Aaron Velasquez joins us now from Pineville, Kentucky, one of the hardest hit areas by that widespread flooding. Aaron, what can you tell us this morning?
Hey, Abby, I wanted to show you a local park here in Pineville that it really serves an example of what we saw with the flooding this past weekend. You can see behind me how a large portion of the park is still underwater, and underneath all of that water is what these floodwaters brought in, which is a thick mud. I'm not sure if you can see on the floor just how thick this mud is. It makes for some very slick conditions, hard to walk in, and I can imagine hard to drive in. So if you see any mud on any roads, just be careful. We've been telling folks all morning how thousands of people are still under a boil water advisory. Hundreds of people are displaced after the widespread flooding, now sheltering at state parks. Meanwhile, crews are working to restore power across the state as temperatures are expected to drop. That wintry weather is expected to hit no later than tonight, and rescue and recovery crews are working around the clock to help people before the snowfall begins later tonight.
We want to make sure we get all the rescues done before that we're not doing boat rescues in a snowstorm.
Parts of Kentucky could see 3 to 6 inches starting tonight, and more than 300 roads are closed after mudslides and downed trees made them impassable. Officials are warning people to stay off the roads as freezing temperatures could turn wet roads into patches of black ice. I can't imagine what this snow in the forecast is going to do when it lands on some of these muddy roadway conditions that we have here in the state. We do want to add that President Trump did approve a disaster emergency relief for the state, and that Governor Beshear says he plans to apply for individual assistance to victims. And we'll, of course, keep you updated on what we see in Kentucky throughout the rest of this week as they recover from the flooding and now prepare for some wintry weather.
You just hate to see it. All right. Thank you, Aaron.